Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Spyro, Enter the Dragonfly. Last time we finished up Cloud 9 completely and finished up the Dragonfly Dojo as well. In this episode, we're going to be starting up with our new level, Honey Marsh, but first, now that we have our Ice Breath, we can finish up the Homeworld that we have right here as well. So we're going to be doing that first, and then we're going to be going to Honey Marsh afterwards.
Alright.
So, that takes care of that gate, which leads us actually to 3 levels. In fact, I actually go out of order. It turns out one of the levels that's in this direction over here was our next one. And meanwhile, we just get a tutorial about how to use our atlas well over halfway through the game, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are halfway through this game, and we're already getting a tutorial on that. But, as you can see, we have a Dragonfly over here, along with what looks like a mouse. But let's grab the Dragonfly first, shall we?
Hey, it's Fluffy.
Oh, so cute. I'm Fluffy! I love Lilo and Stitch so much. But let's just grab all the gems around here, leave the cackling mad scientist to himself right now. We'll be talking to him soon enough, because for right now, we're going to talk to him. There we go. That's when we talk to him.
I was working on a fantastic new experiment, but I suddenly disappeared from my laboratory. If you find some more of these dragonflies, I bet their magic could get this contraption working again.
Alright, Dr. Whiskers, so we need 65 dragonflies in order to power that up. That, ladies and gentlemen, is actually the last level of the game for regular stages, so we're going to be seeing that one after a while. In fact, I've already edited all the parts together. I just need to record over them. Oh, if only I had never chosen to do, live commentary, because otherwise I could just upload the rest of this and be done. And look, we have an ice power up gate, which means we have another one of those challenges. At least Sparks now is pretty much... Sparks is pretty much patronizing you at this point, saying, you know how these work now, right? Yeah, I do, because you constantly repeat the same thing. But what I want is that green dragonfly right there. So, get over here. Nope. Mine.
Hey, it's Masa.
I'm trying to question why Spyro is kind of moving right there. So, let's grab the remaining gems that are around here. 1, 2. Nope, grab it. We got sheep around here. We got lots and lots of gems. Yes, soon we will be fully done with this homeworld, but let's do ourselves the challenge, which requires the ice power-up. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put out different fires. Unfortunately, I don't think I do it successfully on my first try, so we're going to have to do it twice. But we do get to show off more of the ice breath, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I like the ice breath. It's pretty potent, and we actually had it inside Spyro 3, inside one of the stages. In fact, one of the stages around here reminds me a lot of Spyro 3. So, let's keep going. We only have 2 left. Alright, so 1. And we got another one right here. And if I'm lucky, I may be able to make it. Do I make it? Do I make it? This is going to be close. Yes, I made it. And that was great, Spyro. We defeated the challenge and freed the Dragonfly.
Hey, it's Howie.
Does he have a brother named Mandel? That would make things a lot easier for me. But there we go. That takes care of that challenge. It's actually one of the last challenge gates inside the game as well. There's only one more I can think of that's inside of a level that actually is the second to last level that we're going to be going to. And here I'm going back because I believe I ended up missing a gem and I was correct. So it's a good thing I went back. Otherwise, I'd be looking for that one gem for quite a while, that's for sure. So, keep going around and grabbing ourselves gems. Head our way over to another stage that, technically speaking, is the proper stage in which we're supposed to go to. I ended up going completely out of order on this one because I always figured that Honey Marsh would be the next stage. However, it's not the case inside the Atlas. Inside the Atlas, it actually places this stage up over here as being the next one, which is kind of odd when you think about it, because I think this one requires more dragonflies. And here I'm trying to melt this because this looks honestly like something that could be melted, but I guess not. I'm thinking too much about this game, that's for sure. So, grab all the gems lying around on the floor right here. And here is the last Dragonfly for the Homeworld. So, let's grab him.
Hey, it's Sandra.
And there we go. That is 10 out of 10 Dragonflies for this Homeworld. And since that's the only Homeworld in the game, we're done when it comes to collecting those. In fact, I believe now we can actually fight Ripto, but the game never tells you that. So, good luck with that? Question mark? But, we got a floating monkey here who looks like Agent 9 from Spyro 3.
Great job, young dragon. That should be enough to get my balloon working. Hop aboard.
So yes, we can go into there. That leads to the Monkey Monastery. However, I go to Honey Marsh instead, and I believe I end up checking inside here, and I notice that the Monkey Monastery is next, but I, for some odd reason, decide to go to Honey Marsh. I don't know why. I think what I was doing was I was checking more of how many gems we have left inside this homeworld, rather than checking the fact that, you know, you're going out of order, Roxas. Which happens from time to time. I know I did that in a few Spyro games where I went out of order. But here are the remaining gems, I believe. And who is this man? But yes, we are complete. Time for some audio glitches.
You're gonna do this, young dragon. That should be enough to...
Magic carpet. Not just anyone gets to ride on it.
That sounds like I had just did a YouTube poop. But yes, we need 55 Dragonflies to get to that level right there, which is known as the Bandit Hideout. So instead, we're gonna go to Honey Marsh, next to Crop Circle Country.
Do it, Spyro. Hop aboard the raft and get ready for the Honey Marsh Rapids.
Sounds like fun. And there's something telling about Crop Circle Country being next to a bayou. Just saying. But on our way now to Honey Marsh, which I will say is actually a very good level. In fact, it's the first level in the game that I played that really made me feel like I was playing a Spyro the Dragon game and not, I'm playing a 3D collectathon game that just so happens to have a Spyro skin on it, which is a good step up, honestly. I mean, the music's good, the atmosphere is nice, and some of the missions are actually fun. So what's this feeling I'm having? My God, I'm actually having fun! This scares me. This scares me.
Welcome to Honey Marsh, Spyro. Them Riptop critters have messed this here place up but good. I tells you what, I'll make you a deal as sweet as honey. There are some honey stills draining all the honey from Honey Marsh. You help us get rid of them, and any of them there dragonflies you're going on about that you find along the way, you can keep. Just keep that between us now, you hear?
Sounds like a good idea. So yes, looks like Honey Marsh is being drained, and this is another instance of, you know, gems not being in the normal things. Now they're inside of the little honeycomb things, although I find that they're more obvious than the tikis, because they look more destructible. Our fodder enemy for here is going to be pigs, so keep that in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Honey Marsh, music-wise, I really like it. This is probably my favorite musical track inside this entire game. And the atmosphere, it just reeks of Spyro to me. I don't know what it is with this stage that other stages really didn't do for me. It's hard to say. But still some slight problems with the stage, more so in the fact that the frame rate chugs a little bit more here than other stages, I will admit. And that can get a little bit grating at times. But let us simply just grab all the gems around here, shall we? Mine. Right, so looks like we got no gems back there. I'm just trying to make sure because I don't want to have to do too much backtracking. In fact, I believe in Honey Marsh, I don't have to do too much backtracking when it comes to the gems. But Skull Bash, completely missed. Way to go. And let's go up. Die. Now, for this stage, something's telling me that they put a little bit more work inside of this stage than some of the other stages inside the game. So, my thing is, why is it that we have to wait so long to get to this stage? I mean, this would have been a better alternative to going to Crop Circle Country. I mean, I'd rather they have cut out Crop Circle Country in general, because the later stages, after the first two, they start to noticeably improve in quality. And the sad part is the fact that Crop Circle Country and Dragonfly Dojo really are the first two levels you have to go through. Just really, I think, mars this game a little bit more. I think what would have been better is just cut out Crop Circle Country completely and then just stick with the levels that you currently have, because even then, Dragonfly Dojo was already complete in enough of a way to where it could have been used. Just put it at a little bit of a later time when you have the ice power-up, so then you don't have to backtrack to it. Anyway, right here, I'm trying to stop the silo. What I didn't realize is the moment you end up breathing one time on the thing, it ends up automatically stopping. So as a result, I've lost my Dragonfly, which is not a good thing to do in Honey Marsh, you hear? Sorry, I don't know what came over me. Anyway, I thought I saw a crate over right there, but what we're going to do is we're going to go back and get ourselves some pigs, and then have it that I can, you know, have my Dragonfly back. You're going to be noticing I keep on forgetting to grab a new Sparks every once in a while, but it is a good thing I backtracked because there was a gem right there. So, yet again, Sparks' gem pickup range could have been improved, should have been improved, if only. So, let's go on forward. Now, for this level, and in this episode in particular, we're not going to be finishing up Honey Marsh, obviously. What we're going to be doing instead is we're going to be getting through a good majority of it, and then the next part, we're going to be finishing it up. The next part's going to be significantly shorter than this one, because I try not to do beefers, because it's hard to do and hard to come up with commentary after a while, especially inside of this game, because, I mean, most of the trivia I've already gone over for this game. I mean, the first game that was pretty much on consoles, not developed by Insomniac, after Insomniac ended up moving on to Ratchet and Clank, which was well out at this point. I have no idea what I'm doing right here. And then, at the same time, this is also the only game that the developers of Enter the Dragonfly ever made. I suppose I can talk about the future of the Spyro series when it comes to me, because for right now, after this game, this is the game that caused me to quit playing Spyro the Dragon games in general, and if I went back, I would go back to playing simply Spyro 1, 2, or 3. More so 2 and 3 than 1. Although lately I've been revisiting 1 a lot because of LPs and everything. But that's about it. I have now obtained Spyro 5, A Hero's Tale, which is pretty much the last game before they rebooted the series into the Legend of Spyro series. And I've gotten, like, the beginning slightly, but even then, I'm still mostly blind in it. Will I be doing that game eventually? Yep. Anyway, kill that thief right there. The thief was holding a dragonfly.
Hey, it's duckweed.
Hey, it's something that sounds so Bayou, I don't know if it's racist or not. But, yes, I do have a Hero's Tale, and ladies and gentlemen, I will be eventually doing a Hero's Tale, and that one will be live commentary, because God have mercy on me, I'm not doing post-commentary for a Spyro the Dragon game, or really any Collectathon ever again. Collectathons doing a post-commentary for them is way too difficult. I'd rather do live commentary than do post-commentary. I mean, I've still got a lot of Collectathons to do, such as the ever-so-lovely and ever-so-fun game known as Super Mario Sunshine. Now, I'm not saying I hate Super Mario Sunshine, I'm saying I hate the Chinko. You know what I'm talking about if you've played the game. But we're not playing that right now. We're playing Spyro, Enter the Dragonfly. Why am I slightly going into, like, trying to do a Bayou thing? You just stop that. Right, so just grab the gems that are around here, and we have our first little bonus area right there. We're not going to be going to there just yet. That actually leads to what I find to be the worst of the bonus areas inside the entire game, with how difficult and how annoying it is because of just sheer difficulty. That one, there is another one that I will say is pretty bad, but it's more bad because of controls.
Hey, it's Suzuki.
Hey, it's an actual Japanese pronunciation that's correct. I mean, it makes sense, since I don't know anyone who doesn't know what a Suzuki is. But let us grab that gem and grab the ones over here. Alright, so far so good. we've turned off 3 of the little honey suckers, I guess that's what I can call them. And we're just racking up the lives here. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we are in no danger of getting a game over, even with how this game is. And I will admit, I will die later on a lot in a specific stage, but even then, we're in no danger of getting a game over. And that kind of brings up a point that I can say about games, and that's why I'm glad that a lot of games have started to move away from this. Live systems. They're really not necessary anymore, and I wish that they would all just go away. I mean, we still have some live systems inside, say, Mario or inside Sonic, but they're really not necessary. I think that Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins both did the best thing that you could do without having a live system. Have checkpoint system that puts you back, or have it that you just restart the level, no ifs, ands, or buts, and not have to hassle with anything. That's the best way to deal with it, because lives are honestly outdated at this point of time when it comes to gaming, because what's the point of a life? Just to hinder you back. In terms of older games that you could beat in, say, like 2 hours, yeah, I can understand why they put lives. They don't want people to beat the games within a certain amount of time. Nowadays, where we have games that go on for like hours and hours on end, it's not necessary. We don't need them anymore. But unfortunately, they still seem to be a staple inside of Sonic the Hedgehog and inside of Mario games especially. And I mean, it's easy to get lives inside those and the newer titles for those, but again, that just brings up the point, if they're so easy to get, why not just get away with them in the first place, and then you can just simply focus on something else, or designing the levels around the fact, okay, you don't have lives, but you have checkpoints. You can put checkpoints inside the stages, or something similar to that.
Hey, it's Russell Tim.
You mean just Russell, right? There's no Tim there. There is no Tim there. It was just Russell, Spyro. Just Russell. Anyway, we're going to be climbing along these trees right here, because if we get to the end of it, we get ourselves a little bit of a prize. You can see one of them right here is another life. The second thing is, on a flower over here, we have a key. Now, I haven't explained what keys do, because this is the first time we're getting to an actual key. In the past, Spyro games ended up having keys that would lead to chests containing gems inside them. Spyro 3 brought them back. They were originally in Spyro 1, and they weren't present in Spyro 2. Inside this game, however, they will lead you to, whenever you find the chest, the key will open it up and reveal to you a Dragonfly instead. So, pretty much we have ourselves a guaranteed Dragonfly right now. We just haven't gotten it yet. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to jump back, and since we ended up backtracking quite a bit, I apologize for that. So, let's go up over this way. Doot, 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 doot. Whee. And let's go into our next area, shall we? Whoa, that was close. Let's go into our next area, shall we? Grab all the gems that are around here, and we got some bees! These bees remind me of the bees from the Honeycomb Speedway from Spyro 3. I know I keep on bringing up Spyro 2, 3, and 1, but that's because this game really puts a basis on those games and reuses assets from those games, so me not mentioning them would be kind of odd. Anyway, I'm looking for this whirlwind right here because I ended up missing a gem up there, but I'm listening around, and look, there's another Dragonfly right there for us to grab. So, kill the bee. If I can get close. I'm trying to get closer. Fine, kill you. And let's grab this Dragonfly.
Hey, it's Slime.
He went for a Cajun accent on that one. That's the first one. I guess Tom Kenny couldn't help but doing that. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's a Cajun-esque name. That's what this place is based off of, like a bayou. Which I really like. I like Cajun people. They're really nice. I've gotten some Cajun food before as well, and that's really delicious. I shouldn't talk about food, otherwise I'll end up making myself hungry again. But let's go up right here, because as I said before, I ended up missing a gem, and I noticed it. That's why I went back in the first place. Or at least I thought I did, but it turns out that I didn't. So that's just my eyes playing tricks on me, it seems. So let's go forward now into our next area, which is technically the last area of Honey Marsh. But it's a wide open one. You can notice all these beehives around here. Destroying all of them is going to get us another Dragonfly, but we're not going to be dealing with that in this part. The hard part, especially for some of these later levels, and I apologize for it, ladies and gentlemen, is that I don't have a really good point of stopping an episode. And I don't want to have like a 40-minute episode like I had originally planned on doing for this project, because it would take too long and I'd run out of commentary halfway through it, which is why I end up splitting them up. But, break open these pots, grab all these gems that are around here. All of these glorious gems that they seem to have stacked all into one area, which I don't seem to mind as much. Right? We got what looks like a little thing. Anyway, we have a pile of rocks here that has a very specific hitbox to where you can swallow a rock in it, and then what you end up doing is go into first person mode and you shoot it at the beehives, and then you get a counter for the beehives, which is your clue to pretty much, hey, you gotta go and do that. But unfortunately, we're not going to be doing too much with it right here. So as you can see, Spyro ended up swallowing 2 of them, even though technically we only have 1 in our mouth. First person mode, kill the bee, and there we go. Grab another one. First person mode, shoot the beehive. And that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be ending it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we're going to be finishing up Honey Marsh, as well as destroying the remaining one of these beehives, as I try to snipe this one all the way over here, and sadly, am unable to do it. So, see you guys next time. I'll let the video play out if it's any longer.